Hello, welcome to today's reading. I know it's been so long since I've been on here. I've attempted to record videos in the past for this channel. Just life has kind of gotten in the way. Lots of new things going on in my life. A lot of healing, a lot of new beginnings. So I apologize for my absence. Again, I'm hoping this gets uploaded and there will be no difficulties. That has been a constant struggle for me with this channel, is for some reason the uploads being difficult to happen. I kind of take that as a sign, but hopefully this reading reaches you when it's meant to reach and who it's meant to reach. Today's reading is going to be all about the Jupiter in Leo transit that is happening. I believe it starts at the end of June 30th through July of 2027. Jupiter will be transiting into Leo. The South Node will also be present during this transit, and there will be some other oppositions with Pluto in Aquarius, North Node in Aquarius. I think there's some Saturn sextiling Jupiter happening during this transit. So lots of energy, lots of things going on. So without further ado, let me introduce you to your piles and we can get started. For my pile ones, we have the beautiful Neptune card with vision. This beautiful blue imagery. Number 26 is on the card. So if you're feeling drawn towards the imagery, the colors, the number, the planet Neptune, then this is your pile. We also have this blue point stone. I think it's aquamarine. Might be the crystal. It's really pretty blue crystal. Kind of matches the card. My pile 2, you got a few messages, but I'm just going to show you the top one with the South Node with past being highlighted with the number 33, master number. 3s may be significant for this pile. South Node, pile 2. You have the very healing, I think this is onyx stone. Very healing stone, protection stone. And then pile 3, last but not least, you also got a couple extra cards, which I'll share in your pile. With the North Node, with future being highlighted, and the number 34. Again, if the imagery in the card, the actual meaning of the North Node, or the number 34 is significant. I'm also having a lot of throat clearing. So this group, that may be relevant to this reading. I tend to get this throat clearing when Spirit has a message, so there may be a strong message for this group in particular. So again, I always provide the timestamps in the description. And again, this is all about Jupiter in Leo transit, what is going to happen, what's being highlighted, what sort of blessings, challenges you may encounter during this transit. And without further ado, I'll see you at your pile. All right, pile 1, welcome to your reading. Welcome to your pile. I'm happy to have you. As I mentioned in the introduction, today we're going to be looking at the transit of Jupiter in Leo that's happening on June 30th, 2026, and well on to July of 2027, I believe. You guys chose the Neptune card with vision as the key aspect of this card, with the number 26. So the number 26 may be significant to this group. Number 8, because 2 plus 6 is 8, may be significant for this group. 8's a very spiritual number. But yeah, let's dig into this reading. Let's dig deeper and find out what sort of blessings, what can you expect with this transit. from my pile number ones, my collective of my pile ones. We have the Scribe, number 12. And the Light of the World, number 10. Wow. Those are like major arcana in this particular deck. I will go over the meanings with you guys on those cards. Intuitively, Scribe makes me think of recording or writing. So some of you may be writing something significant, doing some sort of writing project, creative project. Maybe you're an author, maybe you write music, something to involve writing may be happening. Maybe you're telling your story to others and they're writing it down. Maybe you're famous. But whatever it is, there's something that's maybe you'll be doing a lot of journaling or journeying during this transit. You also had the Light of the World, so you may be bringing some light to this world through your vision, because you do have the Neptune card, which is a very spiritual card, as I mentioned to you before. Neptune is the illusion card, the delusions. Maybe Neptune will play into your story with this Jupiter and Leo arc. But specifically, let's just get some more information on the Scribe card. Just a quick overview. This talks about writing. In some ancient societies, scribes were simply copies of holy texts, but in many, they were the most learned men of their time, people well-versed in law, scripture, philosophy, history, and more. So maybe you'll be studying during this time, maybe going back to school, maybe sharing some kind of your philosophy of life. So maybe you're studying something, maybe you're becoming a lawyer, studying philosophy or history, or you're sharing your thoughts on these topics. But it does talk about a focus on the mind and studying. So many of you may be going to school during this time or studying or learning something new. And it's not just for the sake of studying something. It means something to you. It's something that you value. It's going to change your life and your world. It's a big opportunity for you. So this Jupiter in Leo is going to bring you a lot of opportunity when it comes to studying, towards finding your purpose. There may be a significant teacher that comes into your life, or a specific dream school that you get into during this transit, or you may already be having these themes in your life. Yeah, so that's the main meaning of that card. The other card, the Light of the World card, number 10. Let's see here. The main themes of that particular card. Talks about your life may be busy during this transit, but there's opportunity will present itself to move you towards a higher awareness. So this is a very spiritual opportunity during this transit to connect to your higher self, your higher awareness, to your soul, your eternal being. So open the door to the spiritual realm, connect more deeply into your spiritual path. You may do more meditating during this period in time, more spiritual type of ceremonies, daily routines that involved you connecting into your higher self. And it talks about through meditation and study, which we mentioned with the other card coming through, You can own the enormous love, power, and vision, which you have the vision with Neptune, so it's all coming together. Once you do, you will know a radiant and greater power in every step and every word. You will be able to bring this magnificent force to your world, changing your life forever. So very powerful messages for my pile number ones. Let's get some more cards, get a little bit more information, what you can expect for this transit. So let's get you an angel message. What do your angels and your guides have to say about this Jupiter and Leo transit for my pile ones? We have self-care, so there may be a lot of self-care during this transit. You may be practicing self-care a lot more, taking care of yourself, ensuring you're getting enough rest. You're engaging in activities that bring joy into your life, which it seems like this vision, focus on this vision and the study that you're going to be doing is going to be highlighted along with taking care of yourself. So we're going to add you here. Perfect. I'm going to pull a card from this archetype deck just to get like the main archetypes that you'll be present in your life during this transit, with this Jupiter transit. We have the Warrior card coming through. Interesting. You got it in the upright position. There's a closer look. So the light attributes of the Warrior card are strength, skill, discipline, and toughness of will. Heroism, stoicism, self-sacrifice, and conquering the ego. Wow, that's really powerful message. So this transit is bringing you a lot of more discipline. You're building your skill set up. Your will is stronger. You're more disciplined. You're more committed. You're willing to make sacrifices for your highest good, for your highest self. This could be like giving up on distractions in your world, just being more focused in on your vision, on what you want to accomplish. And this transit's going to allow this for you. It's going to give you this opportunity to really hone in on what you really want in life, on this vision that you have for your life. And you're this warrior. This is the archetype you're embodying. So you are this powerful warrior, cutting through any and all distractions in your life, things that don't serve you, people, situations, and you're moving towards connecting into your highest timeline, your highest self. So that's very beautiful for you guys, for my pile ones. Let's zoom out a little bit. Perfect. See if I can get you all in the frame. Okay, perfect. So let's carry on and see what else comes through for my pile number ones. When it comes to Jupiter and Leo, what can they expect? We have fruits of labor. It's time to reap the fruits of your labor and become rich. Rich gain is here. And then you also have limitations. Fear and doubt limit freedom of action. Let go of your worries. So during this transit with Jupiter and Leo, you may be going through this sort of process where you're confronting these limitations, these limiting beliefs you have about yourself and your potential. Maybe you're about your abilities, about your vision. Maybe you're realizing with this transit that it is possible. If you put in the hard work, you will reap the rewards. As long as you stay committed and disciplined and stay on task, you will succeed, aligning to this highest timeline for yourself and have a deeper connection with your inner world, the spiritual, the divine, whatever it is that you believe in. Those are the messages that are coming through for this group. Very beautiful. Let's see what, if any, lessons is my group one's learning during this transit. Yeah, this card just flew right out, the doubt card. It says, I release the need to know all the answers. But for the doubt card, I was this kind of relates back to you doubting in your vision on what's possible by these limitations that you've put on yourself. And during this transit, these are insecurities, beliefs that you're overcoming. You're moving past doubt and you're becoming more confident and sure of your path forward and the opportunities before you. And you're beginning to believe that things are possible, that you can bring this vision to life that you have for your life. And you're releasing the need to know how it's going to look, how it's going to manifest. And you're just trusting that things are going to work out as long as you stay committed. I keep bringing up commitment, but I feel like when you believe in something, you're committing to that belief. So Neptune gives me like it's like the unreal, the ethereal, but it's hard to believe in some of those things. That our imagination, what we dream about, what we fantasize about, it can become a reality. But this is a confirmation that it is possible. You just have to believe and trust that it's going to work out, and it will. So that's a big message coming through. Okay, beautiful. Pull a couple more cards, see what else comes through for my pile ones. When it comes to this Jupiter and Leo transit, what can I expect from my pile ones? Okay. We have the Y card. Let's see if there's any other messages from this deck. Okay. We have a change in the wind. It's a little bit of a glare. Let's see if I can't. There we go. Sometimes the lighting is not ideal in here. Still haven't quite mastered lighting. It's not my forte in life, so I'll do my best to make it so there's not too big of a glare for you guys. I think I got everything in frame pretty well this time around. I'm impressed with myself. Usually I struggle with that a little bit more. So with the Y card, I thought I'd take a look at the little journal thingy and see what it says about it, the little booklet that it comes with. So the Y card is number 31. So let's see what that has to say. It says, motives, driving, intention, the power of knowing the why. Okay, this brings me back to the message about doubt, actually. It says, the oracle message here is, there is a great power in understanding your motives right now. The oracle asks you to be very clear about what you're asking, why you're asking this question, looking for this answer, behaving in this way, and most importantly, making this choice. Knowing your why is the key to fulfillment. When you are clear about it, your intention will then be a magnet for miracles. What did I mention I talked about miracles a little bit. Motives define the nature of your experience. When you think about something, feel it, and then act on it. That's exactly what I said when you're going after this vision that you have for your life. There's a need to think about what you're doing and actually act on that. The invisible why is the life force energy within the seed, which brings it to life and holds the potential for growth. So you have everything that you need, it's within, but you need to go within and you need to act on your dreams. Take the actions that need to be taken. And it looks like you're going to have the energy, the drive, the motivation to do this. But at the same time, you can't stay in this old limited type energy. You need to move forward, even when it seems like you don't know what your clear path is. Just knowing and trusting in the vision that you have for your life is enough. You don't need to know all the little details. Yeah, so, and this could be in love, this could be in relationships, this could be in your creative endeavors in your work, in your schooling, whatever areas in your family life, whatever area is being highlighted in your life. And that's the area of focus. We also have a change in the wind, number 12. Let's see. A sense that unseen change has been initiated, preparing for a storm, awareness that your plans are not on firm ground, feeling a shift, uncertainty about which direction the winds will blow. So many of you may be doubting your path forward. Maybe you just don't know all the answers, like I've mentioned before. But change is coming, and you can feel this change. And it is in human nature to resist change, to be afraid of change, to fear change, and want things to stay the same, stay consistent, because you feel safe. But you also stay small, and you can't grow if you stay the same. We are meant to evolve as an individual, as a collective. We're meant to experience life. The one guarantee in life is change. It's time to transform our outer situations. Right now, it seems like things aren't working out, that you're not in sync with where you want to go, your desires and your expectations. But this card is a reminder to stay your course. And remember that even storms serve to clear the air, scatter seeds, and nourish the soil for better things ahead. Life is about to get interesting. Anticipate with curiosity and wonder what is coming in the shifting winds. The unknown is where the magic lies. So in the unknown is where the magic lies. Exactly. Neptune is the planet of the unknown, really. You can't always see what's in front of you, but you just need to trust that it's going to work out. And that means believing in yourself, believing in a higher source that's guiding you, a guiding force that's guiding you, that's protecting you. And you need to ensure that you don't get stuck in this mindset of limitation or self-doubt. And you kind of need to go with the flow with this change in the wind. And don't fight it. Don't resist it, because it's going to happen one way or the other. And if we fight against it, it's just going to be harder on us. Wow. Okay. Let's pull a couple more cards. Get a couple more messages before we wrap this up. For my pile ones, what do they need to know about this Jupiter and Leo transit? For my collective, my pile ones, what are they manifesting? What do they need to know when it comes to this transit for Leo and Jupiter for my collective, my pile ones? Okay, we got a couple cards that came out. We have words of attraction. Your words carry immense power. Speak only of what you want, never of what you fear, and you will attract the outcomes that reflect your highest vision. Exactly, vision. What did I say? Vision. It keeps coming back. Words have power. I can't help but think many of you may have Jupiter, or not Jupiter, maybe Mercury, maybe in Aquarius for some of you, just because I'm thinking words have power. Pluto is the planet of transformation. It's currently transiting Aquarius, and Mercury is the planet of messages and communication. So, or some of you may have 12th house placement when it comes to your Mercury, or your Aquarius house maybe in the 12th house. And Neptune is kind of associated with the 12th house, which is like the unknown, the collective unconsciousness, the things people don't talk aloud, the house of imagination, of the unknown. We also have desperate decisions that popped out. It says, action taken from a place of fear or desperation rather than inspiration may yield undesirable results. Before proceeding on your journey, examine your motivations and shift your energy as needed. Yeah, this did talk about your motivations. Like, what do you really want? What is your vision? What do you want in your life? This isn't about making decision based on scarcity, fear, this is about really thinking about what you want in your life and taking actions on your dreams, on this vision that you have for your life. We're not making rash decisions. We're taking the time to figure out what inspires us, what motivates us, how can we shift our energy to be more aligned with the vision we have for our life. That's some of the things you're going to be working through, moving towards with this transit. I think Mars is coming up in your reading, and this warrior energy is giving me Mars energy. So Mars may be significant for this group. The red is giving me Mars energy as well. The color red may be significant to this group. But yeah, this is so interesting. Let's see if I can move these cards kind of. There we go. Put you there. Perfect. Okay, let's pull a couple last messages before we wrap this up. I'm going to pull us a love message, whether it's self-love, romantic love, whatever kind of love you're looking for in life. Familial love, love for your children. Let's just see what's going on when it comes to love in your life during this transit. What's the message for my... Okay, we got 2 messages that came out. The surrender card came out really fast, which makes a lot of sense for this group. Okay, let's read it. It says surrender. At times we must surrender the old. Exactly. Before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. Yeah, we're letting go of these limitations. These things are holding us back from having the life we really want. We're not making desperate decisions out of lack or scarcity or fear. We're surrendering to the unknown, and we're taking a chance. We're taking a risk, and we're moving forward. We're embracing change. We're surrendering to the divine, our divine path, what is meant for us. For us to connect into our highest timeline, our highest potential. And then we have this beautiful angel wing message. It says, the past is now behind you. Release it. Again, a message about releasing the past and letting go and moving on to this new beginning, this new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. Yes, this is just a confirmation of what I've been talking about this whole reading. We're moving forward. We're letting the past be where it belongs, in the past, and we're moving forward. We're forging a new path. We're creating the life that we want for ourselves. We're planting the seeds for our future happiness. We're aligning to our highest path, our highest timeline with this Jupiter and Leo transit. Whew. Man, let's pull some tea leaves, because I feel like this group needs to maybe we can get some better ideas of what areas of life we're transforming, what's changing. Let's see if the tea leaves give us an idea of anything that's moving, that's changing for my pile ones. Kind of had a lot of cards that flew out. Okay. Unicorn. It says, use your intuition to make beneficial changes. Exactly what it's talking about. We also have boat. Money or property through an inheritance, winning, or windfall. So some of you may be winning or inheriting some money, having some sort of windfall happen for you during this transit. Believe in... And then we have someone who's leaving your life. But I think this could be a person that this is about. For some of you in this reading, maybe a relationship that no longer serves you, that you're letting go of. For others of you, this may just be a past version of yourself. But you do have success. So you are going to succeed in surrendering to the old and being open and receptive to this new, more aligned path for you. Okay, we have a lot of cards here. Let's see. We have triumph over troubles or obstacles with the eagle card. We have stork, news of a birth or a new business opportunity. For some of you, this is about work, an opportunity for a new beginning when it comes to your work that you do, or maybe you start a business. Maybe you have a business, expanding your business. We also have short journey. Some of you may be traveling, maybe not far, like a short distance travel, road trips, maybe traveling to another city for learning, something like that. We have carrot, opportunity or windfall. Second time we got the word windfall coming through. We have indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. This is the energy we're moving away from. The energy we were in because we were unsure and afraid to move forward. And we have parting of ways in either romance or business. So many of you may be leaving a previous job, a relationship. So some of you, this is about a person. Some of you, this is about work that you do that's unfulfilling in some way. We're leaving that behind. We have protection from a powerful friend. So you are protected as you make this transition, these changes. And then we have plenty of material things. This is what you're calling in. Abundance, material things. Moving out of scarcity and into more alignment with your highest potential. This vision that you have for your life. Yeah, those are the main messages coming through for this group. I'm going to roll the astro dice, get to see if there's any other channel messages for you, and then yeah, we'll see where we end up. For my pile ones, what is the message when it comes to this Jupiter and Leo transit for my pile ones? Oh, we have Sagittarius energy. Jupiter rules Sagittarius, so you may be Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Hey, 12th house. Didn't I bring up the 12th house? The 12th house is a very spiritual house as well. Like I said, it's the unconscious, like the collective unconsciousness is in that house. It's like spirit, your connection to your higher self, to spirit, to spiritual type retreats. Maybe during this transit, you may be going on a spiritual retreat, spending more time alone, more time meditating. We have transformation. Pluto is here. I think I brought up Pluto earlier. In the 12th house. Some of you may have Pluto natally in your 12th house. Maybe you have it in Sagittarius. Maybe you don't, but this is about a transformation when it comes to what's possible. With Sagittarius being here, Sagittarius they're very optimistic. They're like adventurous. They're very wise. They like to learn. They're like a lifelong learner. A lot of it is philosophy and religion, spirituality. So you may be studying something like that with this transit. For many of you, like I said, I mentioned before, the studying, the writing is a big theme for this group. You may be, this sounds like it's more personal. It doesn't sound like you're necessarily sharing with others, but you may be recording your journal in your journal about your journey, your spiritual journey. You're transforming the way you think, what you believe. Just things are transforming both internally and it's going to manifest in the external. You're planting the seeds now for the future by having this exploration and really aligning to your highest timeline. That's what's happening for you with this transit. So yeah, this could be happening. Leo could be in your 12th house. Even your 9th house is a possibility. If you're a Sag rising, it's going to be in your 9th house. Shout out to my Sag risings. I'm a Sag rising, so it's possible because a lot of these themes are those sort of themes that may come up with this transit. So just something to keep in mind. 3rd house is also possible. see, I'm going to check and see if there's any like last channel messages that your guides want to share with me when it comes to this transit for my collective of my pile 1. Help me tune in. So my collective of my pile 1s for this Jupiter and Leo transit. What do you have to say about this transit? What do they need to know? I'm hearing opportunity. Yeah, there's a lot of opportunities with this transit that are coming towards you. You just have to be open and receptive to them. I'm hearing earth energy, connecting into the earth, doing maybe spending time putting your bare feet into the ground, rooting yourself in Mother Earth. Mother Earth is very healing. Maybe meditating outside, going on walks, spending time in nature, maybe very beneficial to this group. Yeah, I'm hearing something about ordinary. Your life may seem very ordinary and, typical, kind of boring, but there's a lot of opportunities that are coming towards you. So again, they're highlighting opportunities for this group. So again, just be open, be receptive, be open to change. Things are transforming in your world. It all starts with the your relationship with your inner self, your higher self, like that spiritual connection, really connecting in, going in, embracing change, releasing the old, renewal. These are all themes for this group. So I'm going to leave it there. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in today. Lots of love, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye. Pile 2, so happy to have you here today with me. I hope this reading found you when it was meant to find you. It is a timeless reading, although the focus of this reading has to do with the transit of Jupiter transiting into Leo, June 2026 until July of 2027. We're just going to take a closer look at what sort of the major themes or the arc of the story, your story, during this transit, what sort of blessings you may encounter, any kind of obstacles you may have to overcome, just what you can expect overall with this Jupiter and Leo transit. Again, you guys are pile 2, and you guys chose the South Node card. Number 33, a master number with the message past. You also had a second bonus card that I didn't share in the intro, but I'll share with you now, which is the number 7 with Libra, and the message is balance. So we have Librian energy here showing up, and the South Node. And then you have this stone. It's like a healing stone. It's a very beautiful black stone, onyx stone. I think that's what it is anyways. Could be obsidian. It's one of those healing black stones though. Yeah, so let's see, 6 or 7 maybe a significant number for this group, because we have 3 and 3 is 6. Number 7 here. A bit major theme may be balance for this group. You may be finding a lot more balance in your relationships, in your life, work-life balance, but we're going to dig in deeper and see what are the major themes for this Jupiter and Leo transit for my collective of my pile 2. So let's shuffle some cards, get some messages from this Akashic Tarot card deck, and see what happens for my collective of my pile 2s. What can they expect with this Jupiter and Leo transit? What do they need to know when it comes to this Jupiter and Leo transit? We have Archangel Gabriel. Ooh. Number 3. 3. Yeah, we have 3s. 3s may be significant to this group as well. Okay, we have the King of Keys, but it did come out in reverse. So we're gonna look into the meanings of those cards intuitively. Let's look at it, and then I will read the meaning from the booklet. Archangel Gabriel, I think he's like a protector, I think, if I'm correct. Or maybe thinking of Archangel Michael. I mean, they're all protectors. But this may be an archangel that's in your aura during this transit that you can connect to. Let me actually look up and come right back to you guys about a little bit more about him. So my pile 2s, I'm back. So I looked it up. He's a divine messenger. So he rules over like communications, telecommunications. He shares divine spiritual messages, like he's a divine messenger. So during this transit, some of you may be having some kind of uploads, spiritual messages they may be receiving from the divine, insights, and these are coming directly from Archangel Gabriel. Others of you may be channeling messages and sharing them with the collective. That may be for some of you during this time. Maybe you are a speaker, a content creator, somewhere where you're in the public and you speak and people listen to you. You may have a platform of some sort. Maybe you're a writer for some of you. Pile 1 also had kind of a similar message, but this is a little different. And then we also had the King of Keys here. So just intuitively, the King of Keys sounds like he is like the master of the keys of unlocking and discovering secrets. Knowledge, maybe. Keeper of knowledge. But with it being in reverse, maybe you feel like you are unable to reach or locate this knowledge. But I'm going to read the booklet to get a better idea of what it may be about for both these. So for my pile number 2s, we had number 3 with Archangel Gabriel. Again, it says Gabriel is the divine messenger, the archangel of communication. He comes with his trumpet and scroll, as well as 2 gentle sparrows, signifying powerful yet peaceful expression. On his chest, he wears the crest of Mercury, the god of communication. The loving angel carries the sacred words of truth into the world and brings them easily to you. So for some of you, Mercury, I would say specifically transiting Libra may be a significant time during this transit, so be on the lookout for when Mercury enters Libra this year. This may be a time of heightened messages from the divine. And this talks about having the power of expression is on the rise for you guys during this transit. You will have an easier time communicating with others, expressing your feelings, and even working on projects involving communication, such as publishing, counseling, teaching, mediumship, journalism, marketing, radio, or television. Now is the time for any of these endeavors, but no matter what you do, remember the power of words. Call on Gabriel to inspire you and let yourself sing out. So I was also thinking for this, some of you, this could be about relationships because Libra rules relationships and the 7th house is all about relationships. So for some of you, this could be about like having better communication in your romantic relationships, relation to others. Could be platonic, romantic, could be finding more balance with your partner during this transit. But a lot of you may be teachers, content creators, some way that you're broadcasting your message, and it's going to come across a lot better and easier during this transit. You're probably going to reach a wider audience because you're being blessed with this expansion because your communication's on the rise. So that's a positive correlation. And Jupiter expands, so your communication is being expanded during this transit. So, and that means your reach, the people that you're reaching with your words, with your teaching. So yeah, that's really beautiful. And then let's look at the King of Keys. But it did come out in reverse, which I think this has a reversal here. Let's see. Okay, we have the King of Keys in the reverse. So this talks about difficulties with a man at work. There could also be a loss of job or distancing in a relationship for you or for a man you know. The success you seek may be eluding you right now, or you may be making a great effort without seeing it pay off. At this time, focus on understanding how your life's purpose can complement your career directives. When you have clarity on that, you will know what actions to undertake. Whether you are a man or a woman, the King of Keys reverse might indicate a man of commerce who is stepping away from work or who is not available to you. So, my take on this is, during this transit, you may feel a lot of things. You may feel like maybe you aren't reaching as much of the people that you want to reach. Maybe you're not reaching the right people. Maybe someone is obstructing you in some way when it comes to your speech, or you feel like you're being held back in some way. But call on Archangel Gabriel if you feel like you're stuck or like you need assistance when it comes to the way you communicate, whether that's through the work you do or your relationships. This could be a person in your life that you're having this difficulty with, like a partner or a friend or a father figure, something like that, or boss maybe. Some of you may be changing jobs during this transit, ending a relationship in this transit. Not to scare you guys, these are just possible themes based on the card that came out. But regardless, things are still looking up for you guys, pretty positive overall. Let's get an angel message, what your angels and your guides want you to know when it comes to this Jupiter and Leo transit for my pile twos, my collective and pile twos. What do their angels have to say when it comes to this transit? What do they need to know during this transit? You have reassurance. Yes. 747. Trust your intuition and make practical decisions that align with your higher purpose. Your guardian angels are acknowledging your efforts. So yeah, trust in yourself. Trust that you know which is the best path forward for you, what needs to be said, how you need to proceed, what you need to let go of to have more balance in your life, more alignment in your life. So that's that message. Let's see what archetype you have. What is the archetype? Ooh, it just flew right out. Wow. So we have the angel card, but it did come in reverse. I'll read you both the light and dark attributes of this card. The light attribute is helping others in need with no expectations in return. The shadow attribute is acting innocent of angelic to mislead others, falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance. So, this doesn't necessarily have to, maybe you feel like a fraud, maybe in the work that you do or in your relationships, maybe you're not being true or authentic to who you are. Maybe you're afraid of something. Maybe you act this one way, but you have feelings, you feel differently about something. And it's not that you're intentionally misleading people, but you are unintentionally misleading them by not being authentic and true to who you are. For many of you, I don't think that you're pretending to be this person that has a connection to the divine and spouting it as if you are this person. But maybe you are around other people that are doing this, or maybe there's just something in your life. Maybe there is some kind of disconnect that you're feeling when it comes to your angels, your guides, your higher self. Maybe there is some kind of disconnection going on. And maybe you're acting like everything is okay, but maybe you're feeling frustrated secretly or annoyed or angry because you are having difficulty. So these are all possible themes that what might be going on for my pile twos. But this is just a reminder that you are being guided. This is your reassurance. You are being divinely guided and protected, and you can trust in your intuition to make the decisions that will be best suited for you. And you can always call on Archangel Gabriel too if you're unsure. So with that in mind, let's continue this reading. What is your soul's journey message for this transit? Like your lesson. Health. Oh, okay. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. So another possible theme for this transit, for this group, is there's going to be a focus on your health, your physical health. Whether this could be like taking care of your body, getting enough rest, drinking enough water, exercise, taking care of any health matters, going to the doctor, getting a checkup. I'm not a medical doctor, but this may be a theme that's highlighted. And if your body, so I've learned this the hard way, if your body isn't functioning properly, if you're not taking care of yourself, then you're not going to be able to get a lot done. If you're not dealing with your physical health, your mental health will suffer. Your spiritual health, they're all connected and equally as important. So take care of your physical health, get enough rest, drink water, eat healthy, nourishing foods. Some of you may be going at changing your diet, changing your exercise routine, maybe doing yoga, meditations, something to bring you more peace that will help balance your mental health, physical health, spiritual health, all of emotional health, all of those different areas of life will lead towards more abundance and more balance in your life. Peace and harmony, more balance in your life is what you're headed towards with this transit. That's what's being highlighted for this group. Let's get a message from this oracle message from this deck for my collective and my pile twos. What do they need to know with this transit? Jupiter and Leo, what is coming their way? What blessings? What do they need to know? My group 2. Independence. Okay, nothing came out, and then it'll come out. Okay. That's kind of a lot of cards. So I'm going to take this one. I'll take the independence card. It says, manage money yourself. Independence guarantees security. Don't depend on others. Maybe some of you have a codependency issue. Could be what you're searching for, more balance when it comes to your partnerships, taking the initiative, having your own stream of income. Some of you may be starting a business, start monetizing your work if you're an artist or content creator. We have love affair popping through. So there is love in this group, like a message about love. Beware, love affairs at work will rarely end well. Don't lose your mind. This is about finding balance, moderation, being careful during this transit. There may be someone at work that you become interested in, but don't let it become obsessive. Don't become codependent on this person. You're your own person. So that may be something that crops up for you. Blessed. This is a wisdom oracle deck, we have mending and blessed. Yeah, this is about relationships because mending is like giving me relationship vibes. This wisdom of the oracle. I'm just going to look that mending one up. I think it's 52, it says. Forgiveness, making amends, healing after arguments. So I feel like many of you, this is about finding balance and healing in your relationships. For many of you, maybe romantic relationship, but it could be work relationships too, like with your bosses, your coworkers, etc. It could be a theme, your business partners. Yeah, this is about finding more balance in your work that you do for many of you, or like your love life. And it says, each time we are hurt and allow this hurt to pass through us without understanding the integration, we acclimate an unwanted burden. This keeps us chained to very things we need to heal: the pain, the memories, the echoes of resentments, and the arguments that we rehearse over and over. Now is the time for mending rifts, healing wounds, and letting go of the old hurts in order to reclaim your power. Now is the time to forgive, to release, to make peace, and make amends to others. Set yourself free. Woo! I just dropped my book. That's final. It's time to mend these hurts, to free yourself, to become independent, to let go of the past, to speak your truth, speak up, healing, sometimes speaking to others. Some of you may decide to get a counselor or someone that you can talk to, a mentor, or someone that you can talk to and share your what's hurt you in the past, and they can help heal and mend you. For some of you, this could be a new person coming into your life, a friend, and maybe a new partnership that can heal these old wounds. That's definitely positive under this transit. And then blessed is just, this is going to be a blessed transit for you guys. Financially, romantically, whatever it is you're looking for. Things are going to be changing for you. Okay, we have uniquely gifted. You are uniquely gifted, possessing abilities and strengths that are perfectly designed to fulfill your soul's purpose. Nurture your talents, use them to create the impact only you can make. Conflicting desires. It says, conflicting desires create a split in your energy, diluting your creative power. Consider what you truly want and align your heart, mind, and spirit with one clear vision. When your inner world is unified, your outer power is amplified. This kind of was a similar message that came up in group 1. So if you're feeling drawn towards that group, there may be some messages, additional messages in that group for you. But basically, this is you. This is common. I mean, this is human nature. This is what we all go through. We have this conflict. And it creates this split within us, where we're being conflicted by the outer and inner world, like what society expects of us, what we're meant to strive towards, but our inner spiritual side, our emotional side, it may want something else. So there's this conflict and there's this split that occurs. But it says if you allow these conflicting desires to continue, it dilutes your potential creative power. So this is a reminder to consider what you truly want to align to, your heart, mind, body, and soul. What is your vision for your life? What do you want to align to? What's the vision you have for your life? We also have legacy of wealth. Quick riches come and go, but true prosperity is built with patience and purpose, even if the results aren't immediate. Know that what you are creating now will provide lasting abundance for future. So even though things may be slow, during this transit, you're recognizing that you're building the foundations for your legacy, this legacy of wealth and abundance. So we're not looking for instant gratification. This is a slow building, a legacy you're building. when it comes to your creativity, when it comes to your power, your staying power, the messages you're trying to share, the legacy you want to leave in life. So this is what you're building towards during this transit. Let's pull a love message. I've been pulling these for all the groups today, and it's basically just to see what's going on when it comes to love during this transit. This could be self-love. This could be romantic love. Just love for life. Let's see what your message is when it comes to love for this transit, for Jupiter and Leo, for my pile twos. What do they need to know when it comes to love? What is their love message for my pile? There we go. Perfect. You have a couple messages that came through. We have playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have fun together. And remember, love is the greatest healer. Yeah, you are healing. You're healing by being playful, young at heart, having fun. That's going to bring a lot of healing. We also have friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. So if you're in an existing relationship, maybe take some time to get to know your partner, become friends, do friends type activities. Don't just focus on the romance part of it. Look, explore and enjoy each other's hobbies, get to know each other. Have fun, go on adventures, do what friends do. For others of you, this may be a person that's coming into your life, and maybe you're starting off as friends, and you're in this playful energy. This is giving me 5th house vibes, so maybe some of you have Leo 5th house. Yeah. We also have only time will tell. So when it comes to your love life in general, that's just kind of a vague message. But the more we are open and receptive to being playful and having fun and, nurturing this friendship, then it can move to something more. Or it can even strengthen your relationship by being more playful and doing friendship type things, activities with your partner. Okay. Well, we kind of flew through that. Like, I think I talked faster or something, but let's pull tea leaves. Then we'll just roll the oracle dice and get some last channel messages, and then we'll end our reading. So let's see, what's this transit and Jupiter bringing my pile twos? What do they need to know when it comes to this Jupiter and Cancer transit? Not Cancer. Oh my God, I just said Cancer. Leo. Maybe there's something from the Cancer, Jupiter being in Cancer, that's significant. Maybe some of you guys are Cancers. But we did get the bridge card. Someone's new coming into your life. So it says, successfully overcoming a problem. Someone new is entering your life. So there is this new energy, this new person coming in. This is, we're experiencing something. We're mourning some kind of family sorrow. That may be a message for some of you in this group. What is the messages for Jupiter in Leo? I keep wanting to call it Cancer, and Cancer is all about family, so I don't know. But what do my collecting my pile twos need to know about this Jupiter and Leo transit? Okay. Should be good there. We have scales. Again, balance, Libra. Keep your life in balance. This transit is bringing you more balance in your relationships, in your life, your work-life balance, your relationships, just areas that need to be balanced in your life. And this new person or experience that's coming in is going to help with that. We also have you will be playing a different role. So during this transit, you may be taking on a new role, whether this is a new job, a new business opportunity, whether this is getting married, getting engaged, going from single to dating, or going from married to divorce, whatever it is, you're changing how people see you. Your social status is changing, or how people see you is changing. Trouble, accusations. There may be some issues where people are accusing you of things. Maybe you're changing and people are like, don't like that, because a lot of people don't like that when you become more authentic and true to who you are. And they're not able to manipulate you as easy. That's just experience talking. You may be grieving some kind of family dynamic, whether it's a person that's a relationship with your family members. Maybe you're having to sever a relationship or something for your highest good, or maybe you lost someone that you love. Whatever it is, there may be some hardships when it comes to that, but you're ultimately going to be able to move past it, overcome it. So let's see, let's roll the astro dice, get some more messages about this Jupiter and Leo transit from my collective of my group twos. We have the moon. Ooh. We have Aries. And we have the 7th house, which is the house of partnerships. It's Libra energy. Seven's a big theme for this group. A lot of this is about relationships. This is, for like 99% of you, this is about relationships. It could be like a relationship with a job. It doesn't have to be a person per se, but it's leaning towards that with the 7th house showing up. There is some kind of balance you're finding in your life through this transit. And for many of you, it has to do with a romantic partnership. You're finding more balance in your relationship. It could be like friendship, maybe moving towards romantic, or maybe not. If you're not looking for that, then you don't have to take it as that way. It could be a business partnership for some of you. But these are our like significant one-on-one relationships, a best friend, a romantic partner. There's something being revealed. Something that's bubbling to the surface when it comes to the situation. You're having to deal with maybe accusations or something that's out of balance, out of alignment. And you're having to heal that, having to remedy that, having to grieve something in order to move past it, to have this more balanced relationship with your partnership. With Aries being here, this is like new energy. So this could be, for many of you, a new partner coming in, or a new person coming in, because you literally got the message, new person entering your life. New energy, new person, new opportunity. These are all themes of what could be happening, but relationships, partnerships are being highlighted, whether that's a business partnership, a best friend, like a friendship, clients, or it could be a love interest. So those are what these can be, but that's being highlighted with this group. So with that being said, you're being asked to be open, more playful, become less codependent, kind of be an evil footing with your partner. Whether that means, having your own hobbies, exploring, having your own friends while you're in a relationship. Whether that means having to grieve something, let something go in order to move forward in your relationships. And communication is being highlighted in this group. So many of you may be, like I said, maybe talking to a counselor just to get some help to grieve, to move forward. Some of you may be talking to your partner, trying to come up with a solution to have a more balanced partnership, or a friendship, or business partnership, negotiating, finding balance. Some of you may be balancing relationships and work, playing many roles, taking on new roles, doing whatever it is to bring more balance into your life. So those are the main themes for this group. But a lot of this is around love for this group. So love is being highlighted for this transit, whether this is someone from your past. You did have the South Node show up here. So significant times during this transit may be when the South Node conjuncts Jupiter in Leo, because the South Node will be transiting Jupiter or Leo and it will be conjuncting with the South Node, and Jupiter will be having a conjunction in Leo. That's what I'm trying to say. So that may be a significant time when it comes to this transit, or the weeks before and after leading up to it and afterwards may be significant for this group. Yeah. Let me just check in with my guides to see if there's any last messages that are meant for my collective, my pile 2, when it comes to this Jupiter and Leo transit. I'm hearing argan oil. I don't know if that may be something you guys use in your hair, something you use. It may be something you want to look into utilizing, maybe looking more into the properties or the benefits of argan oil. It's just something that came through. I'm getting a lot of like random references. I'm hearing something about cranberries. Cranberries may be something maybe beneficial. Cranberry juice, cranberries to eat, to ingest or drink, to deal with any kind of ailments in the body. Maybe hormones out of whack. Maybe cranberry juice will be helpful, healing. I'm hearing Chiron, which is the wounded healer in astrology. So maybe you'll be healing some wounding. Maybe check out your Chiron placement in your chart. Maybe some of you have it in the 7th house or in Libra. And that's something you're going to be healing during this transit. This wound around communication, around relationships. There's communication that's happening when it comes to love that's just being highlighted. That's what your guides want you to know. Maybe you'll be receiving a message from someone significant that will end up impacting your love life. Yeah, I'm hearing love. Love is being highlighted with this group. So I'm going to leave it at there. But love you guys so much. Take care. Until the next time, I'll see you then. Hello, group number 3. So, sorry about that. I was trying to adjust to find the right zoom in length for this group. Welcome to today's reading, all about Jupiter in Leo transit. That's going to be happening on June 2026 until July 2027. You guys are group 3. Welcome to your reading. Welcome to your pile. You guys chose the North Node card with Future and the beautiful rose quartz crystal. North Node Future number 34. You also got a couple other cards that came with it. You have the retrograde with review card number 15. And debilitated with discomfort number 14. The number 4s may be significant for this group, or or 5s. 4 and 5 may be significant for this group. Maybe April 5th. But yeah, let's see what comes through. Just looking at this, we have the North Node, which is our destiny, what we're moving towards, what we're striving towards. We have debilitated, which is when a planet is in a sign that's debilitated, weaker, not comfortable, like Saturn and Aries is right now. That would be considered a debilitated placement, transit. It's not, doesn't feel natural being in Aries. Saturn is discipline, Aries is independence, so kind of opposites type of energy. And then with retrograde, planets retrograde all the time. So when planets are retrograding, maybe significant to this group. When it comes to what Jupiter is bringing you, you may receive more blessings. Things maybe be highlighted more in those times, like Mercury retrogrades, Venus retrogrades. I know Pluto's in retrograde right now. Jupiter will be going to retrograde in a couple months. A couple other planets too, so yeah, so let's pull some more cards, get some more information for my group 3s. What can you tell me about this transit with Jupiter and Leo for my pile 3s, my collective and my group 3s? What do they need to know? What blessings, messages they need to know at this time? We have the Akashic Field, One of Forces. Wow, that's beautiful. And then we have Paths Unknown. Okay, wow. Let's go. Let's see. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to see if I can get it out all in frame. Okay. So intuitively, just looking at it without looking up the meanings, which we'll get into in a little bit. These cards are telling me you may feel like you're on a unknown path during this transit. Maybe you don't know where you're going towards, where you're headed towards. Maybe you're confused in some area of your life. Whether this is with family, with friends, with love, with career, whatever it is that you're confused or not sure about, it may be a highlight or something that's being highlighted during this transit. And with the Akashic Field showing up here, you may be getting more clarity by connecting to the Akashic, which is like these records, this like knowledge. You may be receiving like downloads of knowledge during this transit that will make your path a little bit clearer. But let's pull the booklet and get a little bit more information about what this may mean for you. Okay? So we have One of Forces. Oh, wait. So the One of Forces, the Akashic Field. Like the Akashic Field, the aurora borealis flows with energy and brilliance of charged particles from the sun, interacting with atoms in the Earth's atmosphere. The 93 million miles from the sun to the Earth is nothing compared to the limitless consciousness of the Akashic Field. All information, power, energy, and experiences vibrate within the realm of unending truth and possibility, and every bit of it can be yours. Receiving this card upright tells you that amazing opportunities abound at this time. You can increase and accelerate the experience by opening the doors to the Akashic records. Your life force energy resonates with the universal synchronicity now. So you can explore the records and receive exactly the information that you need and the energy that can help engage in this pursuit with a conscious force focus. Write your intentions and ask for inspiration. Meditate on the Akashic Field and visualize your goals. The universe is ready and willing to align with your heart-filled desires, and now is the time to make them happen. Okay? And then we have the Eight of Scrolls. with the Paths Unknown card. Woodland animals gather around the woman who stands in a small clearing in the forest. The fork before her breaks into 3 separate paths. The middle is clear and bright. The left is darker with more trees and growth, and the right is dappled in sunlight with a few shadows falling here and there. Cross it. This card reveals that you've been traveling on a path that's known to you, and it shows you the way to the expected outcomes, but there are 2 other paths that aren't as clear. Remember, if you stay with only the known and seemingly safe, you won't catch the unseen opportunities that can come your way. Some options may be unexpected and perhaps a little risky. Don't be so attached to your agenda that you miss them. Happily, during this phase, you can investigate unknown paths and make the decisions that lie before you with confidence. You are flexible and brave enough to step into the shadows. Stay alert. Extraordinary opportunities abound in the least expected of places. So, between this Akashic field and this Paths Unknown, a big theme for this transit in Jupiter in Leo for you is exploring paths that are unknown to you. And some of these paths may involve the Akashic records, the Akashic field, the unseen. So you may be exploring more of the unconscious, the unknown, the depths of the psyche, the soul, the Akashic records, and you may be receiving insights into something that is contained in those records that is unknown to you at this time. So that's how I'm taking this with this transit in Jupiter. You may be having it transiting your 9th or 12th houses. Those are definitely spiritual psychic houses. 4th house is also possible for this group. Wherever you have Leo in your chart is where Jupiter will be transiting with the South Node. And the South Node is about the past, so it makes sense that some of you may be receiving messages from the past. But we also have you here in the future. So even though we're looking at the past, this is a giving you insights into the past so you may apply them for your future. I mean, time isn't linear anyway, so past, present, future, it's all the same, really. But let's pull more cards and get more deeper into your reading for this group. Let's see what your archetypal, like the main archetypal you'll be embodying during this transit for my pile 3s. My collective and my pile 3, what is their archetype for this transit with Jupiter and Leo? For my collective and my pile 3, what is their main archetype message? What is the archetype they will be embodying during this transit for my pile 3s? Okay? Did not want to come out. But we have 2 cards coming through. We have the Shapeshifter card coming through in the upright. Skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness, which is what we're talking about with the Akashic records. That's so interesting. Ability to see the potential in everything. Beautiful. We also have the Mentor, but in reverse. So the light attributes of this card are passing on wisdom and refining a student's character. The shadow attributes is the inability to allow the student to move on to the role of master, impairing false instruction. So these 2 messages, we have the Shapeshifter. You have this ability to seamlessly move through the conscious, unconscious realms of the psyche. I'm getting very scientific with this group, psychological with this group. I don't know why I didn't do that in the other groups. So some of you may be into psychology or interested in psychology, the esoteric. Something about this group is giving me those vibes. You are really interested in figuring out what's going on underneath the surface, digging in, going in depth, going deep into the unknown. Maybe that's something that interests you. Maybe you're just drawn towards that. Some of you may have Scorpio placements in your chart. Wouldn't be surprised. Very spiritual group. I know I keep getting spiritual messages in all the groups, but this group is giving me psychological and spiritual at the same time. Kind of a nice blend of the two. With the mentor being in reverse, this could be maybe either this represents a different person in your life that maybe influenced you in a not so great way by keeping you small, or maybe this is fear-based. Maybe you're afraid to step in the role from student to teacher, and this is kind of the bridge. This is bridging the gap and transforming and moving you towards becoming the teacher, the mentor. It's uncomfortable. Maybe it's not. Maybe you're more comfortable being the student, learning but not teaching or sharing your knowledge and wisdom with others. But this transit's asking you to step out of your comfort zone into your purpose, with the North Node being here, and this discomfort with the debilitation here. And you may be reviewing things from your past during these retrograde seasons, giving you the ability to like relook at past experiences and apply them towards your future. So these also may be like times, these retrogrades, when maybe you're more tuned into this Akashic records and exploring these unknown paths. So just something to keep in mind. Let's see what your main soul's lesson is during this transit with Jupiter and Leo for this group. Oh, indecision. Okay, that's so interesting. That makes sense with the paths unknown here. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. So yeah, you're being asked during this transit to trust in your intuition, trust in not knowing sometimes, that it's okay not to know everything, but it's better to choose a path than to not, to either stay stagnant, stay on the same path, or it's time to choose between staying the safe route, or choosing a new path. That's kind of your choice. You're getting the choice to choose your pathway forward with this group. I'm seeing a glare. I'm so sorry, guys. There, that's better. Sometimes the lighting gets kind of funky. That one's still kind of... Okay, that's better. And it's brighter. Better and brighter. We love to see it. I forgot to pull an angel message. What do your angels, your guides, have to say for this transit, for this Jupiter and Leo transit for my collective and my pile threes? What do your guides have to say? We got two messages. Prosperity and progress. Okay, peace. So the progress message, 678, you're making progress and advancement towards your goals. Stay focused and committed to your journey, knowing that success is within reach. We also have prosperity, embrace your potential. Welcome, prosperity. You are making wise decisions and heading in the right direction. So yeah, like I said, you just have to know that you're headed in the right direction. I feel like pile one, there may be similar messages in that group, so maybe check that group out if you were feeling called towards it. Oops, sorry, dropping cards here. Let's see. So yeah, progress and prosperity. That's some of the themes that your angels are highlighting for you during this transit. Going to be a very prosperous time, making a lot of progress, moving towards your goals, knowing your potential, making wise decisions, heading in the right direction with the North Node being here. Beautiful. Beauty-miss. Let's get some more cards. Get deeper into my reading for my pile threes when it comes to Jupiter and Leo. What do they need to know? Oh, group 2 got that message too. Oh my gosh, I just had the whole deck fall on me. You did get the Independence card. Group 2 got that card as well. But let's see if there's one other message for this group, because I feel like there are. And the savings, which fell on the floor, and I didn't want to take it, but it came out again, so it's meant for you guys. So you always need to put something off for a bad day. Create savings for the future. And you also have the Independence card, managing money yourself. Independence guarantees security. Don't depend on others. So again, this is like a big message, a big theme for this group is be more independent in the way you earn money, maybe. Maybe don't rely on others too much. Believe in your own talent, your own gifts, your own prosperity, your own ability to make money. Maybe by following your passions, utilizing your gifts, maybe becoming this mentor type person, teaching others, helping others, guiding others, having this deep esoteric ability to move through consciousness, maybe manifesting your dreams through the spiritual realm, manifesting material abundance, maybe for some of you, and saving money for a rainy day. Always good to have a backup plan. I've learned that recently for myself. I never used to be the one that saved money, but starting to get older and those themes kind of come up a little bit more now that I'm older. Okay, you actually had a few cards that fell on the floor, and I didn't take them before, but I'm going to take them this time. Plus this one here, and they're all really positive messages. But let's look at the one that fell here. We have embracing happiness. The life you desire begins with a single choice, choosing joy. As you let go of the belief that happiness is beyond your reach, you awaken the truth. You were not born to suffer, but to experience love, beauty, and creativity. Beautiful. We also have vibrational alignment. There is no need to force, chase, or struggle. The moment you raise your vibration to match what you seek, portals open, synchronicities appear, and life begins to move effortlessly in your favor. And we have divine discipline showing up. Every thought, every action, which is kind of funny because I was talking about Saturn, and Saturn's about discipline. Every word is a command to the universe. Pursue your vision with unwavering dedication and focused intention, and you will be unstoppable. Beautiful. So what can this transit bring? Happiness, alignment, discipline. All for your higher good. Bringing independence, prosperity. And you're stepping out of your comfort zone, but you're stepping into alignment with your highest purpose, your highest path. I feel like group one, I think I said this before, they had similar messages. So if you were feeling drawn towards that group, I feel like there may be additional messages there for you. So check that out if you were feeling called to checking out that pile, because there's a lot of like similar messages coming through. Okay. I think pull a few more cards, get a couple more messages for my group threes. What can they expect with this Jupiter and Leo transit? What do they need to know? We have blessed. This also came through in group one. Okay, that's crazy. Coincidental? I think not. Okay, and then a lot of cards just came out, which we're okay with. We have TikTok. We have All That Glitters. And we have Orphaned in reverse. So TikTok is all about divine timing, realizing it's not too late. Blessed is you're receiving blessings during this transit. All That Glitters talks about material abundance. Wealth is not everything. There's more important things in life. Orphaned in reverse is you moving past, feeling orphaned, feeling like having this victim mentality and moving towards a more healthy type of relationship when it comes to how you feel about yourself and what you deserve. But let's look it up real quick. We have number 5 with Orphaned in reverse. So let's look it up, see what it says. Wrong book. I'm like, why aren't the messages here? Well, that could be why. So, orphaned. Okay, so this is talking about the shadow side. The essence of abandonment. Perhaps you feel a need to remain apart because intimacy is too threatening. It also warns against creating inappropriate family structures in order to conceal old wounds. It's time to address the unhealthy alliances you formed and make a decision to heal the past. You will not be abandoned by the world if you claim yourself as whole. Not all relationships are dysfunctional, and not all of them will disappoint you. Don't abandon yourself. You can connect to others in a healthy way once you recognize your patterns and consciously choose to interrupt them. Life wants to love you. Let it. So this is actually a message, something you're learning, something you're healing, is self-abandonment, learning not to abandon yourself, that it's okay to heal, that in order to move forward, we need to heal when it comes to our relationships, unhealthy alliances. You must make a decision to heal the past. So it's up to you to make that decision, commit to that. But once you do, once you consciously choose to interrupt these unhealthy coping mechanisms, you can choose the life you want. So, yeah, beautiful. And then let's look up TikTok real quick. Okay. Timelessness, divine timing, immeasurable time. People look at life in a linear way. I feel like I brought this up in a different group. Group 2 maybe? Maybe 1. Imagining the past that's behind them and the future that's ahead of them, but what if that isn't true at all? What if everything, creativity, beauty, chaos, and order were happening now? In a glorious timelessness. You have the time in the world to co-create the life you desire. So release your agenda. Let go of your need to shape every moment to your expectations. Know what is yours will never be withheld from you. Miracles are here right now and always show up when you need them, right on time. And then we had the All That Glitters card as well. Number 16. Okay. A need to see beyond the superficial, the desire to don a mask or dress something up and disguise its true nature, trying to be something you're not, chasing after every sparkling new thing, being mercurial. So this is talking more about the mask you wear in front of people instead of being authentic and true to who you are. So during this transit, you're going to be confronting this mask that you wear and probably removing the mask and being more true and authentic to who you are. So that is very beautiful. So we had the glitter card, the timing. So divine timing is at work during this transit when it comes to aligning to your purpose. You're very blessed. Don't abandon yourself. You're learning not to abandon yourself, to heal old wounds. And then let's see what your love message is for this group. Everyone gets a love message for this transit. We have trust and new beginning. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. New beginning. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. So there's a new beginning when it comes to love. And you're being asked to trust. And only then can you transform. Through acceptance. For accepting the situation for where it is, where you are at this time. Then you can heal and transform your life. So those are very beautiful messages. Let's pull some tea leaf messages for my group 3s when it comes to the transit with Leo. Okay, let's see what comes through. We have spiritual love. We have the month of July. Interesting. That's when this transit starts and ends, kind of. We have someone new entering your life. We also pay attention to your finances coming through. A broken wishbone, something from the past that didn't work out, maybe to lead to your current situation. You will be playing a different role. I knew this was coming out before it even showed up, which is kind of weird and crazy, but I'm just saying how it is. Any last messages from this for this pile? Okay. We have the Star card, guaranteed success. We have use your intuition to make beneficial changes. Someone is leaving your life. Okay? So, something is exiting your life, someone is entering your life, but only we confront these old wounds. For many of you, this is a relationship pattern you find yourself in, something like that. Something that happened that didn't work out for you in the past, but we're healing that during this transit. We're taking on a new role. We're heading towards success. The month of July is being highlighted for this group. Spiritual love. We're using our intuition to make beneficial changes in our life. Yeah, all the good stuff. Yeah. And then we're going to roll the Astro Dice to the last message. Ooh, I just knocked over something crystal. Channel message for my pile 3s when it comes to love. Oh, love. I said love. I didn't mean to. I meant this transit with Jupiter and Leo, but love could be a message for this group. Spiritual love being highlighted. We have Leo, which is literally the sign, and I just saw a notification with hearts, so there's definitely a lot of love for this group as a message. We have the moon. So we have the moon and Leo in the second house, the house of self-worth. Yep. We have money showing up here too. So for some of you, this could be about finances, something that didn't work out in the past. Some of you, this could be a mindset. Some of this could be about your self-worth, your confidence, your work, like your abilities, your potential, seeing and believing in your potential, and healing your past, maybe doing some shadow work during this time. Transformation is going to happen for this group. And it's going to be what's being highlighted is your finances, your self-worth, your beauty could be a good theme of this group. Your health. Something's being revealed to you on these themes with the moon being here. You're getting a message about intuition. You have this new beginning waiting for you. You're not out of time. Everything's happening in divine timing. You're blessed. You're aligning towards your purpose, towards your future. You're embracing the current moment. You're being with happiness. It's leading to a lot of success. This new opportunity to meet this new person that may be important to your future. What else am I seeing? Some of you may be traveling during this transit. Somewhere significant, somewhere you feel called towards. I'm hearing child. Maybe some of you are reconnecting to your inner child, your childlike wonder. Easier times, more simpler times. Some of you may be having a child, spending time with children during this transit. Some of you may be learning something new skill, studying something. Group 1, again, had a message about that. So if you're feeling called towards that pile and you're wanting to know more about that, check that pile out. You're going to be getting more sleep during this transit. You can hear my dog snuffling. He's snoozing right now as I say this. He's dreaming right now. Maybe having a lot more dreams during this time. Vivid dreams that might relate to your waking life. I'm hearing island. Maybe some of you may be traveling to an island. Spending time on an island. Maybe you live on an island. Yeah, I'm hearing a beach. Spending time on the beach. Going to the beach. Maybe in your future. Maybe it's where you meet this new person. Being open to receiving is a big theme for this group as well, I'm hearing. You're getting a second chance, a retry, a redo on something. I think you had the retrograde, so yeah, you're getting a second chance to try something that didn't work in the past, maybe. Redo something. So yeah, those are the messages for this group. Thank you so much for being here, supporting this channel. Appreciate you guys so much. Love you so much. Until next time, I'll see you guys soon.